Brilliance Audio presents The Truth Has Changed by Josh Fox. Performed by Tom Parks and the author.
I'm driving a ridiculous bright red rental made by Ford. It looks like it was made for a cheesy video game. It squeals a sigh of relief as I pull into a place called the Midway Motel. I stop in the parking lot because it's such a strange, dingy, run-down-looking place. One of the bands of the storm has passed over, a brief respite. But you can see, from the full moon, clouds are brewing and gathering on the horizon. Big clouds. Dangerous-looking clouds. The sign out front says, American owned and operated. Truck parking available. The lights are dim, and there are 3 scraggling-looking figures on the second-floor balcony, looking out at this weird, brand-new Sonic the Hedgehog car that's just pulled in. I feel like I've just interrupted a drug deal. Or maybe a domestic spat? Maybe both. I decide it's okay to stay, and I turn off the headlights and walk towards the office. One of the 3 vapors mixing with the mist in the air comes down. She's holding 3 bunless hot dogs in her hand. She says, "What can I do for you, honey?" I say, "Do you have a room?" She says, "Yes, we do, and please ignore the hot dogs. They were in the trash, room through 237. Perfectly good. They're from my Dobermans." As we go into the office, which has a big, bright neon sign over the door that just says, "Yes," she tells me, it's $59 or $64 and change after tax. She has a warm face. She's wearing a low-cut pink shirt with a black push-up bra underneath. And she has no front teeth. She just has this one disturbing stump that she's learned to cover over with her upper lip. She says, "Well, if I could stop hiccuping, I'd give you this card to fill out." So I say, "Do you want to know the best hiccup cure known to mankind?" And she looks at me like, "Please." So I say, "Close your eyes." She does. I guess she's already judged me as harmless. And I say, "Take a deep breath. Hold it as long as you can. And think of something that cannot possibly exist, not even in your own mind." She exhales, shocked. I say, "Works every time. Works every time. Now you can do that anytime you want, anytime you need." She says, "Thank you." The first lightning bolt hits over the side of the hill. She says, "You know, that was easy. You know what I thought of? I thought of a day off. That can't possibly exist, not even in my own mind. It's been a year I worked here and I only had maybe 2 days off." And my mind says to me, was it her husband who knocked out those front teeth? Or crystal meth? Or the economy? Then all of a sudden, her Dobermans come bursting out through the adjoining apartment, tails wagging. She doesn't give the hot dogs to them. American owned and operated. What is it that Americans who own and operate their own businesses are in for these days? The first pitter-patter of rain on the roof starts dancing above my head. What is it America is in for? "Don't forget that hiccup cure. Works every time." She hands me my towels, and we both run as the downpour opens up. The room is clean. I pull down the sheets to make sure there's no fleas, a trick that I learned in India, and I realize there's no art on the walls, and the bathroom looks like a prison or a camp. Cinder block walls and no cups. I don't mind. 3 flies have been smashed against the wall. One of them is bloody. Somebody minded that. But this place isn't so bad. It's not hiding anything. Not like the Renaissance Marriott in Nashville for $339 a night and no way to open the fucking windows. This place is telling me the truth. Truth works every time. Provided, of course, you can find out what the truth is. I step out on the balcony and I realize this isn't normal rain. Sheets of water are coming down in torrents, one after the other. The parking lot is glistening. You could actually see the waves of rain undulating like an ocean over the black asphalt. Trees are bending back and forth in the wind. The motel starts to shake back and forth a little bit. I close the door. I open up a pretty good bottle of rye, have a quick shot, and open up my browser. Just why does that hiccup cure work every time?